Hello viewers, me and team here, back again for Let's Play Civilization IV. In the last part we crushed the filthy heathen backstabber, and as an interesting side note, reversed the order of the formation and obsolescence of the German and Holy Roman Empires. And in this episode we'll be doing a little bit more destruction, including using cannons and gunpowder units to take on machine guns. Sound like fun? Absolutely. We're going to do it. I'm also only 6 turns away from assembly line with enough gold to make it there, so expect some infantrymen to be joining the party soon. I really don't want to take the time to industrialize though, because that will give my opponents more time to put together more advanced troops. So maybe after I defeat Tokugawa and Charlie Horse, you know what? That's not as cool. Let's go with have it your way. So awesome. And if you don't know why I'm making that reference, well, you will on the score screen when you see what Charlemagne looks like in this game. That's all I can say about that. And I definitely need to be adding more cannons to the mix now from my troops spamming cities. And have these cities been whipping? They may or may not have been. Yeah. See, that's something I didn't have to micro. They've just been whipping. Well, the ones that have been instructed to do so anyway, via ordering the governor to take care of it. That city is not whipping. I think even my capital? Yeah, I've been avoiding the whip in a lot of my cities, but in some of them they really have been whipping. So yeah, not too bad. Can't wait to get that city back from Tokugawa. I will not get it via flipping. I might be able to snag it via Apostolic Palace if I become the resident. And nope, it is Saladin. By a reasonably overwhelming margin, which is unfortunate. Anyway, I believe it is time to pay back to the next opponent. Well, actually, no, I still have some healing to do. Those troops were still in transit. So I will have to wait about 3 to 4 turns, and then I can hit the Romans very hard. Have I finished spreading Islam around yet? Oh yeah, I would check using this in this mod. No, but I'm getting there. And again, I'm using that mostly as a shield to protect me against the Apostolic Palace anger. Should I be forced to defy a resolution, I don't want to suffer too much for doing so. And yeah, this with a super medic like this, you can heal really quickly. It's very convenient. And I just can't wait to just crush all the units in this stack. It is going to be delightful, delicious, and possibly a little bit, oh, I don't know, some word that starts with an O. Let's not go there. Spamming out more cannons and more rifles, and soon to be infantry as of next turn. Actually going to cut my slider a little bit because, well, it's going to go down anyway. And I am just universally behind everybody in tech, with the exception of Tokugawa, because he generally sucks at that. Even Augustus Caesar is ahead of me. He has, not Augustus, Julius Caesar is ahead of me now. He has rifling, so I will be fighting rifles very shortly. Even by next turn, a lot of these will probably be rifles. And yeah, I'm just continuing to harass that city that the Japanese took from me. No, actually, it looks like I get a turn where I can take a chunk out of his defenses before he can react and get magic rifles. Well, that is Ducky. Oh yeah, I requested that too recently. Well, in that case, the Arabs and Persians still won't declare on me, and I will go for it. Really want my weaker cannons, not that any of them really are weak, to bombard, because I want the City Raider 3 guys to hit that machine gun, and now I have a glitched screen here. Always fun. Who doesn't like glitches? Yeah, 39% odds because I am fighting against a machine gun. So that sucks. But now the machine gun has been damaged and will be hurt directly by the City Raider cannons. These cannons are also immune to collateral that I'm attacking. However, They do not have any defensive bonuses whatsoever, and so my City Raider 2 cannons have a big advantage on them as well. And now we just upgrade to Drill 4 and hit. Probably take very little damage on most of these, which is good. First strikes do tend to protect you against damage, especially when you're fighting against wounded units. You can think of it as armor. More than one poster, but I think I saw Obsolete do it first, has compared first strikes to armor, and it's not a bad comparison. It's actually a pretty reasonable comparison, to be frank. And yeah, like I said, I can maybe will build factories in my cities eventually, but not yet, because I do not have time to build factories and still hit my opponents to the degree that I want to hit them. And maybe before I complete scientific method, I should just try to pick up one more monastery of some kind. Probably the Confucian one. Yeah, alright. And the levy, sure. That'll allow me to continue to train missionaries without running organized religion of that religion type, just in case I want to do so. And I'm going to want to be a little bit careful here. No, not really. My stack is kind of enormous, like some other things. Wait, what? Anyway. Yeah, I just don't want to get destroyed in enemy territory. But like I said, I probably don't have to worry about that. Anyway, I'm actually not interested in completely wiping him off the map as I did to the Germans. I will take capitulation as quickly as possible and move into Tokugawa's lands, which will be much easier handled than these machine guns and other various Roman units of strong power. The other reason is I want to have, like, if I capture the Roman cities and keep them for myself, the Arab culture will push itself over here, and he'll have a free reign at taking my cities or attacking my cities as soon as the war begins. However, if I leave these in Roman hands, I have all this culture to play with and can fight my opponent inside of Roman culture and actually defeat more advanced and stronger enemy units with pretty much ease by either attacking out of the city or waiting till they're in the flatlands and hosing them with siege. And then I have the land target 8 tiles of border rule to apply as well when I move on to the offensive and have a reasonable chance of capitulating that opponent should I manage to wipe out the Mongols first, because obviously the master of a vassal will not capitulate easily. Oh my. So what just happened? I had lost a bunch of something or other. I lost a rifle to a knight and a worker to a knight. That is sub-ideal. It's like ideal, but not ideal. It's like the opposite of ideal. Yes. Yes, that is exactly what I mean. Take City Raider on the cannons. A lot of people like upgrading their previous units to cannons, like say a City Raider 3 Mace or something. Like, yeah, you can get City Raider units in the Renaissance. Well, that's true, but it's expensive, and upgrades are not particularly efficient. City Raider 3 is a pretty good promotion, and if you bombard defenses first, it's a really good promotion, potentially. So I don't have any quarrel with doing that, but I'd just like to point out that you do in fact have units in the Renaissance that can learn City Raider, and that would be your siege. One of the most important units anyway, if you are not just spamming cavalry, which no previous horse units learned City Raider anyway. Okay, he is not interested in throwing in the towel just yet, but we can probably change his mind with a little bit of encouragement. Yeah. Cannons are just good, and if you get City Raider 2 cannons, or especially City Raider 3 cannons, but even just normal City Raider 2, they are obscene how easily you can kill things. They are, I don't know, the cavalry is good too, and it's a little bit faster. I think it just depends on the circumstances. I was playing defense so much here that I had a lot of infantry type troops already, and did not have to worry very much about anything else. Anyway, yeah, see, the Romans are already done. They do not want to fight any longer, and that is exactly what I want. I'll just take capitulation from Julius Caesar. Notice I already have him under the land and pop requirements, so he's never going to break free. This city's already more mine than his. There might be a resolution to give this city back to him. I don't know. I hope not, but I'll have to cross that bridge when I get there. So really the only city I have to worry about revolts is this one. And, you know, rifles are getting kind of dated now. I'm going to have infantry soon, and I really don't need the huge numbers of forces against Tokugawa. So I'm just going to shove some rifles in here and block revolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shouldn't take too many more after these 5. Yeah, maybe just 1 or 2. I'm thinking 2, but maybe 1. 1 it is. Alright, so that's actually quite a lot of guys to block revolts, but that's kind of a you know, least ideal circumstance, so to speak. Can also invest in a west point here. But like I said, I'm probably going to save any major war prep until after I've dealt with the Japanese, because the Japanese are quite tech poor and I do not want to give them a chance to advance beyond that. Anyway, what's coming out of the gate right here? Plus 6 experience, and I have 7 from civics and 3 from barracks, so 13 plus 3. Wow, I could settle this guy here right away and already be getting level 5 troops or so. Very impressive. So I'll be doing that. I have like City Raider 3, Drill 1 siege to work with, and once I get artillery, really nothing the AI can get in the near future will resist it well. I did that in the Tokugawa Let's Play as well. Just massed infantry already with a little bit of support, and that's all it took. And my new massing point will be here for now. And just move these guys on over. Take City Raider. The rest are going to take Drill because those are my rifles. And yeah, even more rifles are being forced to take combat promotions because they are done with the drill path, which just shows how incredible some of these promoted guys are. And I have quite some strong troops at this point. And as these come out of border pops and I get the culture that would otherwise be Roman lands, he will have even less of a percentage population than I have. And yeah, here we have some grenadiers for Tokugawa, and that would suck if I were exclusively rifles, but I have some infantry now available to me. Yeah, sure. We'll sign open borders with all members. And I can probably get resident with relative ease, so we'll hope for the best. And this city, I mean, some of these other cities can that are just building infrastructure now. Okay, I'll take the time to industrialize them because they haven't been producing units this whole time, and they have already partially done in a lot of cases. Still getting revolts there. That's actually going to be one of the first places I strike, I believe, just to take revenge. Although this is the key point, I want to hit the city right away. I believe this is the bulk of his offensive stack right now, and I want to get rid of it. Notice I already have more power than him, and I'm kind of up there in the world, I believe. Yeah, I'm the #1 power in the world now that I've gotten ahead of Persia. I do not want to trade him assembly line just yet, because there's a good chance he'll trade it to the other AI, and that would be bad. As I get more vassals, though, I might revisit that plan. And when I take on Sal, I'll probably gift him artillery or trade him artillery for something. Or not artillery, assembly line, so he can make infantry. And that way he can upgrade all of his random rifles and longbows to infantry, which will do a little bit better of a job at walling the Arabs. Okay, I'm at full health here. And once again, that super medic. It's nice. I mean, it's really not a critical thing, but it's nice to have one. Maybe I can just get Tokugawa to give me that back. Anyway, these guys have dropped from friendly to pleased, but neither the Persians nor the Arabian Empire declares at pleased, or plots war at pleased, I should say. So I don't have to worry too much there. And off we go to Japan. Oh no, he had a defensive pact with Cyrus. Ouch. That hurts my soul. Will you declare war on anybody? No, because you don't declare on anyone it pleased, or take bribes for people it pleased. Fine. Not too terribly worried which of my City Raider 3 guys bombards in this case, because there are no machine guns in this stack yet. And yeah, and he is protective and aggressive, so his gunpowder is excellent / amazing, but his tech is something other than excellent / amazing. We'll put it that way. And so I will sweep through all of these units without any real difficulty. Probably leaving a couple rifles and then 1 infantry in there just to deter the grenadiers from following up on me. Look at how little damage I am taking from that. Stupid user interface. Yeah, and the faster I can cap him, the better. The Persian forces are significant, and I will probably see some trouble from them if I do not hurry to beat the Japanese. I'm actually legitimately worried about that. So we'll see how that goes. And same thing here, just, you know, whip. I stay in slavery for a lot of the game, apparently. And how am I doing on the Islamic spread? We are getting pretty far now. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to want to stick a infantry in here. And with City Garrison 3, that's going to be very difficult for the Japanese to shake. And with that high degree of war success, I might get him talking soon. If I take Tokyo, he might really be willing to give up. I don't know. Tokyo's not the type that gives up nicely, though. Unfortunately. Even so, my power lead on him is significant. So maybe I'll be able to pull something off there. Apparently I popped a source of iron near my capital. A little bit late for that to make a big difference, but I've had iron all along, so no big deal there. Let's see what Togu has further in. And now it's kind of useful that I left all those rifles behind. Come to think of it. Those rifles might be defending against the Persians, and since they're a lot of them are city garrison guys or high drill, they might actually do okay. And I think now would be the time, since he's at war with several of them anyway, to trade some assembly line over to the Romans. He can get his infantry set up and ready. I don't really need railroad, but it'll help me, you know, speed up some transportation and whatnot. I was going to wipe that Japanese off the map, but it's going to be hard to do that and fight Persia at the same time. Fighting Persia has a little bit of an unexpected diversion, although certainly not anything near as difficult as what I faced earlier in the game, when I had 3 different civilizations declare on me at the same time, while within a few turns of each other. Oh, and there's a small counterattack by the Persians, or by the Japanese, I should say, since that is what they are, and not Persians. City Raider Grenadier, a Shock Grenadier, which isn't going to do very much, a Damage Grenadier, which also won't do very much, and yeah, a lot of these are City Raider, High City Raider, or they're fortified. Do I have any like City Garrison 3 guys in here? I do. And I can add insult to injury even further by swapping a couple of these into infantry. So now he can suck it there. He's not going to be able to do anything to me there. But nevertheless, I have to hurry. Yeah, see? Yeah, he pretty much got wrecked. I don't think he killed anything. Nope, I still don't have any revolt chance here. That is a good sign, as always. City Garrison 3, Drill 2. He might even be willing to capitulate over that. Nope. But no worries, we will continue through his territory until he gives up. Hills, plains, protective leader, no trouble. Not when you have enough siege, and it is a well-promoted siege. And yeah, I'm just using the rifles because I want to leave the infantry for tougher roles. Siege cleanup is really something that any unit can do pretty effectively, as long as it has reasonable health and the siege has done enough damage. So I can leave my infantry in there to cover the rifles from the grenadiers, so the very few grenadiers that I might encounter. Like that, and just go with a couple basic setups. You ready to give up yet, Tokugawa? You are, and you will even give me my old city back. That is quite nice of you. And sure, I'll trade him some stuff. He's so far behind, and I can just grab some text that will make me a little bit less behind as well. So now all I have to worry about are the civs to my west. Persia, I'm not sure where they will go. I will now rally into that city of the Romans, and it looks like I won't have to industrialize at all. I can probably just sweep the map. I've already largely gained control, and now my vassalings are going to start voting for me instead of Saladin, and that's going to strengthen my position considerably. Now the number one biggest thing I can do is probably to cap Persia and just get this war done with. He won't have any defensive pacts with Sal at this rate because he's already at war with me. So it's really an opportunity for me to take care of business. And I can really farm him for war success too. Osaka's not going to revolt, being more Holy Roman than Japanese already. And so I think I could just do the same thing here. Use a bunch of my weaker infantry units to block revolt chances. Or you know what? I won't even do that. I'll just keep them. I can deal with the revolts as they come. Let's get these guys into this city. And yeah, no issues at all now. Really kind of a tech poor game, not the best game for me, but when you're fighting against that many opponents at once, it's you'll take it. It's good. It's fine to win when you're coming out of a bad situation like that. Actually, probably only need one axe here. And since he gave me the city, it cleared out all the culture he accrued in there, which is also nice. Forge, right house. Oh, got a Buddhist structure in there right away. And yeah, these axes I can just throw in a couple extra axes here for anti-revolting again. I'm fine here, and yeah, as you can see, I already have some of these tiles predominantly mine, even if the Roman culture was not there. And that is from the Sistine Chapel boosting the Buddhist temple. Apparently the Germans invested in a shrine. Did he also get a Confucian shrine set up? Because if he did, I will probably want to build banks and stuff in the city. Yeah, he did. So, okay. We'll do it like this then. Market, grocer, bank, whip, all that stuff, and then you can also assist in the war effort. Congratulations on that. And yeah, Sal already has assembly line, and that might have been traded to him, but I doubt it. He probably just researched it really quickly. More Islamic missionaries. And I think I heard the sound for enemies being near. Oh, I am going to get my seafood pillaged. Yes, no doubt about that. And I don't care if the city revolts. I just need to beat Persia. I do not see the Persian forces. Oh, here we go. That is actually quite impressive. And I should probably go down there and stop him from getting too much into Caesar's land. I'm really not too worried about Caesar breaking free. He needs to be at 50% of his original land. If he takes negative, if he starts losing land. But I don't want Persia to make too much headway there, and I can farm a ton of war success against these cavalry in the Roman borders, which I will do. Even better if they take the city and I just take it back and gift it to Julius Caesar, who will then not only he will not only like me a little bit more for doing that, but I get the city raider promotions against the Persian forces. So I'm going to spend a turn right where I am. Yes. Oh, and yeah, because of the pillage job, I am going to struggle with food in this city. Apparently I have access to uranium, which I will not be using in this video, unlike the others. Well, one of the others. And okay. Get over here. And look at that. That is the perfect location for me to farm kills. 84% odds right from go, even though we are at tech parity, and it will only get better. For me, that is. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to return control of this to the Romans right away. Or before I actually capture the city, I'm going to check and see if he is willing to take capitulation. Because there are 8 tiles surrounding this little city he just took, you see. And I'm going to have gobs and gobs and gobs of war success and more power than him. So I might be able to get a very cheap, very easy capitulation by killing this many units and losing 0 forces right away. So yeah, just stopping there. No, he's doing fine on his own. And that's really kind of expected. Just give this back to Rome then. But yeah, I bet he's willing to talk quite a lot for peace. And I'm going to heal up now. Oh, I have a great general again. I could actually build military academies now. Although my production of troops is quite good. I think I'll just put another guy in here for the even better promoted units. Yeah. Yeah, updates as usual are a little bit behind. But he really, that was his entire stack that just got mauled. Religious leader, diplomatic victory. I'll vote for myself. I would have been in trouble there, except for now all my vassalings have to... Oh crap, I'm not going to win by accident, am I? What do you need to win? Whoops. 823 votes, that's quite a lot of votes. And I will have... Only my vassals will vote for me. No, I won't have it, but I have my vassals voting for me will block Sal from winning it as well. So, nobody's winning AP without functionally winning something else. Just incredible. What unit in this stack can take drill 1 that doesn't have... I'm confused. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the Siege. I have City Raider 3 Siege that has made it to 17 experience, and now has to take drill because it cannot take anything else. And oh, I have the access to mining ink potentially. I don't see how this is going to make any difference in this game. This game is almost over, but I'll keep them there just in case. And when I heal up, I am going to go into the Persian lands, and I'll probably invade through Mongolia. Speaking of that, how am I doing on time? Let's have a look here. Yeah, a little bit longer, but then I'll cut the video off. No, I don't really want to give you gold for that. I could just go state property too, but when you're in mercantilism, the opposing civs do not get trade routes with you, but if you have vassals, you do get trade routes with your vassals. So for example, despite me being in mercantilism, you'll see I have foreign trade. That is one of the benefits of having vassals and mercantilism together. And just continuing on. We're doing fun on our own. We'll see about that. We shall see, Persia, as my stack gets more and more ludicrous as time goes on. Like, this is some serious military hardware now. And I do not even have arty yet. And I probably don't need it. I could probably beat this map without arty at this point. In fact, I am relatively certain of that. But I'm just going to go for the path of least resistance, take that border city, With the amount of troops that I have, it should not give me too much trouble. And where did my men go? Because I left some cannons behind. I do not understand your pathing, good sirs. There must be railroads involved, in which case I do understand a little bit better. This city will probably have slight revolt chances as I funnel units in and out. Now it's doing better. Once you get a little bit of culture, those revolt chances go down. Next I'll take rocketry. If somehow, some way, Sal finds his way to gunships that can flank artillery, I can block them with SAM infantry. I can also shoot down enemy planes with a bunch of well-promoted SAM infantry. So that's about as important as a tech as any right now for me, since I am just going the pure spam my way to victory approach. And I could actually probably take the game from Sal in religious victory if I were to capitulate Cyrus and force him back into Buddhism. But let's not do that. Let's beat everybody. My workboat was destroyed, and that gives them minor war success, which is a little bit on the annoying side. Oh hey, a Cyrus infantry. But no big deal. And my stuff's really well promoted, so just a little bit of cannon collateral will get the job done easily. Uh-oh. I have run into trouble here. He has landed a force of cannons and cannons alone. I don't know why. That will never take a city on its own. Anyway, I will work this city. Yeah, taking a little bit of extra losses because of what I am fighting against now. But really, still no trouble. No trouble at all. Oh, being a little bit of a tough guy. Alright. I can understand that. You once, and very recently for that matter, had the most dominating military in the world. I'm not going to argue if you wish to fight a little bit longer, although you will not last too long if you keep this up, Cyrus. Yeah, I'll probably give him this city back, actually, so that he has a good border against Saladin. And I'm getting attacked by airships, and cannons are still withdrawing from me. I just need to weaken the Persians a little bit more, I think, and then he'll be able to go, whoa! Lots of Japanese forces! I don't think they'll do anything, but that's kind of interesting. Wow. Okay. This guy's made it up to Combat 2 Drill 4. That's just sick. That's the kind of stuff that Tokugawa gets pretty easily. A little bit harder for me to get as Charlemagne, but it's still doable, so... Alright then. Still just attacking and withdrawing in that city. He's not really doing anything else not near me. And yeah, this is going to be pretty easy now. Oh, wow. Actually, this is a hill city with infantry garrisoning it. So it won't be that easy. 2 cannons lost, 3 cannons lost, 4, 5. Even though I have winning odds by now, I'm still losing a lot of cannons. But that's about the extent of my losing them, and I will just plow through the rest of this and kill way more units than I'm losing even now. So, very good. And once again, I'm just keeping the infantry healthy for reserves if I get counterattacked. Because attacking stuff at 3 strength is honestly not that difficult, even with rifles, especially with first strike rifles. And that will do it for the Persians. They are done fighting. And can I give him this back? I will do it. Here you go. Thanks for giving up nicely. Okay, and now I only have one opponent left. This one's going to be a little bit entertaining, I think, as it is a superpower that we are talking about taking on. Although I am pretty sure I'm stronger still, yes, and significantly so at that. And I do have some advanced vassals with which to work now. I could actually try and trade for biology and then trade it to Caesar for something. And actually catch up a little bit in the tech race just by abusing trades. I can also counter the emancipation issues by trading for lots and lots of resources and having vassals in general. Because having each vassal you have is one happiness in your cities. So yeah, a lot of my happiness issues are done as well. But okay, I have fought my way through most of this world now and have only 2 civs remaining to deal with, one of which is the other's, well, you know. And so, thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down if you don't. Me and team signing off.